Get ready, because the news cycle is spinning faster than ever, and we've got the unmissable updates you need to stay ahead. From the glitz and glamour of Hollywood to the cutting edge of what's next, we're diving deep into the stories that are dominating headlines and sparking conversations. You won't want to miss a single second of this high-octane rundown. We're talking about the moments that define the week, the trends that are shaping our future, and the insights that everyone will be talking about. So buckle up, grab your favorite drink, and let's get into it. First up, a cinematic event is hitting the big screen, promising a wild ride with some of the biggest names in the industry. Then, we're shifting gears to explore a unique offer that's making waves in the world of entertainment subscriptions. We've also got a critical look at a highly anticipated film, dissecting what makes it tick and where it might fall short. And finally, we'll be diving into another take on that same film, bringing you a full spectrum of perspectives. You absolutely have to see what's happening. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and let's get this show on the road. A cinematic war of words unfolds. This is the moment you've been waiting for. A cinematic event that promises a whirlwind of emotion and razor-sharp wit. Get ready for The Roses, a film that brings together two titans of acting, Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, in what's being hailed as one of the funniest films of the year. Directed by Jay Roach, known for his work on Austin Powers and Meet the Parents, and penned by the acclaimed Tony McNamara, the writer behind the darkly comedic The Great. This movie sets out to redefine the modern divorce comedy. It's a reimagining of the classic The War of the Roses from 1989, itself based on Warren Adler's novel, and it plunges us into the seemingly idyllic life of Ivy and Theo Rose. On the surface, they have it all: a loving marriage, two charming children, and a picture-perfect existence. Theo is a rising star in his career, while Ivy dedicates her time to their family. However, as is often the case, appearances can be deceiving. The narrative takes a sharp turn when a devastating storm shatters Theo's professional life, leading to a viral moment of public humiliation. This unforeseen crisis thrusts Ivy into the role of breadwinner. Her passion project, a seafood restaurant named We've Got Crabs, transforms from a casual hobby into a culinary sensation after a rave review from a prominent food critic. This shift in fortune, however, begins to sow seeds of resentment. Theo finds himself increasingly bitter about his diminished status and the responsibilities of stay-at-home parenting, while Ivy resents Theo's jealousy and his inability to adapt to her success. The brewing tension between them escalates, pushing their relationship to the brink and setting the stage for an all-out, no-holds-barred war. McNamara's script is celebrated for its signature blend of biting sarcasm, creative profanity, and unexpected emotional depth. While the film is packed with sharp insults and witty exchanges, it also invests time in developing the core relationship between Ivy and Theo. The palpable chemistry between Colman and Cumberbatch is crucial, ensuring that when their conflict erupts, the emotional impact of their verbal sparring is amplified. The film doesn't shy away from delivering genuinely shocking lines, often followed by laughter, highlighting the dark humor that permeates the narrative. Supporting performances from Andy Samberg, Ncuti Gatwa, and Zoe Kao add further comedic richness, particularly in a standout dinner party scene. However, some critics note that the marketing might have revealed too many key moments, potentially diminishing the impact of the film's explosive final act. Despite this, The Roses is lauded as a consistently funny dark comedy with an audacious conclusion, offering a brilliant showcase for its leading actors. But does this cinematic clash of titans truly deliver on its promise of comedic warfare, or does it wilt under the pressure? We'll also be exploring a special offer that could put this entire cinematic experience right at your fingertips. Unlock entertainment, the Rihanna Radar deal you can't miss. In the ever-evolving landscape of media and entertainment, staying on top of the latest releases and exclusive content can often come with a hefty price tag. But what if there was a way to dive into the world of critically acclaimed films and insightful reviews for an incredibly accessible price? Enter the latest offer from Rihanna Radar, a name synonymous with cutting-edge entertainment journalism. For a limited time, you can immerse yourself in 5 weeks of their comprehensive Rihanna Radar coverage for an astonishingly low price of just £2. This isn't just about getting your hands on a magazine. It's about gaining a gateway to a curated selection of content that delves deep into the heart of the entertainment industry. Imagine having access to in-depth reviews, exclusive interviews, and thought-provoking analyses delivered straight to you, week after week, for the price of a single coffee. This special promotion is designed to bring the best of what Rihanna Radar has to offer directly to a wider audience, allowing you to experience their unique perspective on movies, television, and more. Whether you're a cinephile eager to dissect the latest blockbusters, a television enthusiast keeping up with the hottest shows, or simply someone who appreciates quality storytelling and insightful commentary, this offer provides an unparalleled opportunity. The Rihanna Radar is known for its discerning taste and its ability to capture the pulse of the cultural zeitgeist. This subscription is your ticket to understanding the nuances of the industry, discovering hidden gems, and engaging with content that sparks conversation. It's a chance to explore the trends, understand the behind-the-scenes magic, and connect with the stories that shape our entertainment landscape. The value proposition here is undeniable. 5 weeks of premium content, expert insights, and a front-row seat to the discussions that matter, all for a minimal investment. It's the perfect way to discover why Rihanna Radar is a trusted voice in entertainment, offering a blend of critical acclaim and accessible reporting that appeals to a broad spectrum of viewers and readers. Don't miss out on this limited-time opportunity to elevate your entertainment experience and get more bang for your buck. But is this a golden ticket to the best of entertainment, or a fleeting glimpse of what could be? We're also breaking down the buzz around a major new film, exploring both the rave reviews and the critical critiques. The Roses, a bloom lacking its thorny edge. In the competitive arena of dark comedies, the true measure of success lies in the ability to transform the most somber and painful subjects into sources of genuine humor. As our society becomes increasingly open about the complexities of relationships and separations, Jay Roach's The Roses, a contemporary reimagining of the classic 1989 divorce comedy, The War of the Roses, itself an adaptation of Warren Adler's novel, arrives with the ambitious goal of dissecting universal relationship woes through a lens of cynical wit. However, in a twist of ironic fate, The Roses often feels too polished, too restrained to deliver the impactful zingers that define the genre. The film navigates its comedic territory with a touch that can only be described as polite, almost timid. By the time the much-anticipated, famously acrimonious marital war erupts, the emotional foundation of The Roses' conflict feels so meticulously constructed, yet strangely unearned, that the audience finds themselves chuckling asterisk at the absurdity rather than asterisk with the characters, eliciting more raised eyebrows than hearty guffaws. Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch star as Ivy and Theo Rose, an archetypal picture-perfect English couple who seemingly possess all the hallmarks of a successful life: thriving careers, well-adjusted children, and, most importantly, a seemingly unbreakable bond. Yet, beneath this veneer of idyllic domesticity, a volatile undercurrent of resentment and envy festers. As Theo's architectural career implodes due to unforeseen circumstances, and Ivy's ascent as a celebrated chef gains momentum, a series of compromises and sacrifices made within their marriage begin to unravel. This transformation ultimately propels them into a bitter, acrimonious divorce battle, where the very definition of victory becomes subjective, and the only certainty is that their conflict will leave everyone involved, including their social circle, deeply scarred. While The Roses can be commendably blunt and painfully relatable, particularly in its poignant portrayal of dreams deferred in the name of marriage, director Jay Roach's interpretation of Tony McNamara's acerbic script tends to be overly sanitized and meticulously organized. The film appears hesitant to delve into the raw, messy, and often bleakly hilarious realities of its subject matter, instead skirting around the edges of what could have been a truly gut-wrenching comedic exploration. Although it offers moments of rapid-fire, witty banter, it consistently refrains from delivering the truly devastating punchlines, adopting a structural rigidity reminiscent of a network sitcom rather than a hard-hitting cinematic experience. Much of this perceived lack of impact stems from the film's peculiar editing and pacing. Scenes that feel ripe for development are often cut short, diluting the sharp bite of clever one-liners, while other sequences that seem poised to build momentum abruptly conclude. This uneven tempo and inconsistent comedic cadence leave potentially brilliant moments languishing, underdeveloped. Consequently, The Roses emerges as a largely inoffensive viewing experience. It's too genteel and predictable to be outright hilarious, yet too charmingly performed to be entirely dismissed. Given the immense talent of its lead actors, this lukewarm reception might be considered a more significant failing than simply being unfunny. The film's consistent reliance on a smooth, upbeat soundtrack further blunts the edge of its potentially sharp narrative. Cumberbatch and Colman exhibit a natural chemistry that not only resonates effectively, but also cultivates a believable rapport, especially as their dialogue escalates from affectionate banter to outright contempt. This is a testament to McNamara's skill in crafting dialogue, embedding sardonic brilliance even in the most casual remarks. Nevertheless, the characters they portray never quite descend into the depravity or derangement that would convincingly justify the cruel, even murderous, actions they undertake in the film's climactic final act. The inherent kindness and witty English demeanor that Colman and Cumberbatch bring to Theo and Ivy persist throughout the film, lending the climactic marital conflict an air of zany, almost unbelievable absurdity that confuses more than it entertains. What should be the film's defining moment feels jarringly out of place, as if it belongs to an entirely different narrative that has belatedly remembered its obligation to be a reinterpretation of DeVito's iconic adaptation. While supporting performances from Kate McKinnon, Andy Samberg, and Zoe Keo add a layer of raunchy flair, Roach's direction leaves the film feeling too polished and composed to effectively satirize the inherent messiness of human relationships. Ultimately, while it's pleasant to experience The Roses, there's little danger of its comedic essence lingering, for despite its thorny premise, there's no real risk of the audience being pricked. So, is this film a charming misfire, or a flawed gem that still shines? We'll also be diving into another perspective on this highly anticipated film, exploring what makes it a fun and hilarious watch. The Roses, a hilarious, charming, and delightful cinematic ride. Prepare yourself for a cinematic experience that perfectly balances laugh-out-loud humor with genuinely heartwarming moments, all wrapped in a package that feels incredibly relatable. The Roses is precisely the kind of film you'll want to share with friends, a movie designed for pure enjoyment and collective good times. At times, the film ventures into wonderfully off-the-wall territory, delivering moments so ridiculously funny they'll have you in stitches. Alongside the outright comedy, you'll find touching, heartwarming scenes, and yes, even some deliberately cringeworthy moments that add to its unique charm. There are instances where it feels like you're witnessing something incredibly private, like peeping into intimate moments not meant for public consumption, which only enhances the film's candid and engaging nature. The story centers on the seemingly flawless couple, Ivy, Olivia Colman, and Theo, Benedict Cumberbatch, whose lives appear effortlessly perfect, successful careers, a loving marriage, and wonderful children. However, beneath this idyllic facade, a storm is brewing. Theo's career takes a nosedive, while Ivy's own ambitions soar, igniting a volatile mix of fierce competition and deeply buried resentment. The Roses serves as a fresh reimagining of the iconic 1989 classic, The War of the Roses, which was itself based on Warren Adler's compelling novel. While Ivy and Theo are undoubtedly the heart of the story, the film's success hinges significantly on the stellar performances of its supporting cast. Actors like Andy Samberg and Kate McKinnon, who play close friends of the Roses, bring their own imperfections to the narrative, which allows them to keenly observe and comment on the underlying issues plaguing the central couple. Their interactions provide some of the film's most hilarious moments. McKinnon, in particular, masterfully leans into uncomfortable comedy, consistently placing Theo in awkward, unwanted situations with a deadpan delivery that amplifies the humor. Samberg, often playing the more grounded character, delivers a standout performance, especially during a memorable scene at a shooting range. Ankuti Gatwa and Sunita Mani, portraying Ivy's employees, add delightful comedic flair and emotional depth, offering Ivy crucial advice that resonates deeply. Jamie Demetriou and Zoe Keo also have their moments to shine, particularly during a now infamous dinner table conversation that viewers won't soon forget. Crucially, even with a brilliant supporting ensemble, a film can falter without believable chemistry between its leads. Admittedly, going into The Roses, there was some uncertainty about how Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch would fare together. Despite their individual brilliance, picturing their on-screen chemistry seemed a challenge. However, those doubts were swiftly dispelled. These two deliver a chemistry that is nothing short of extraordinary. When they are meant to be in love, the screen crackles with intensity. When they are angry, the palpable tension is almost unbearable. Their performances leave you craving more collaborations between them. The Roses boldly embraces its identity as a dark comedy, unafraid to explore uncomfortable truths. This willingness to confront relatable human experiences, moments of self-doubt, alongside triumphs of accomplishment, makes the film deeply resonant. As a working mother, certain scenes hit particularly close to home, evoking strong emotions, only to be expertly pulled back by a ridiculous, outlandish comment or a perfectly timed comedic beat. While some viewers might find the ending polarizing, it feels perfectly suited to the narrative being told. The Roses arrives in theaters on August 29th, and for anyone who appreciates a potent blend of fun and delightful craziness, it is an absolute must-see. The film truly excels in delivering both laugh-out-loud humor and sweet, heartwarming moments in a way that resonates with nearly everyone. So, is this the ultimate date night movie, or does it have a few too many thorns? Get ready to find out as we recap the biggest stories of the day and give you the full call to action. That's a wrap on today's high-energy news blast. We saw The Roses deliver a hilarious and charming cinematic ride, explored a fantastic Rihanna Radar offer for entertainment lovers, and dissected a critical review calling The Roses toothless, while another praised its humor and heart. Don't miss out. Like this video if you found it informative, subscribe for more daily updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Plus, follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content. See you next time.